Hello, this is Pastor Shane with His Vision Ministries. I'm also the pastor of Eastview Baptist Church, and we have been in a series this week of Nuggets, Standing in the Invisible War. And so there's a war going on that's spiritual, and I want to talk about that in day 3 of this Nugget series, and I can't think of a better way to start out the new year. Today I want to speak to you, though, on the subject of clothed for conflict. We've been in Ephesians chapter 6, and today we're going to look at verse 11. It says, put on the whole armor of God. You know, it's very simple to listen to that, but Paul does not suggest some optional equipment. He commands full preparation here. And that phrase, put on, implies deliberate action. You know, friends, spiritual armor does not automatically activate. It must be consciously worn. You know, many believers suffer defeat not because God failed to provide protection. It's simply because they failed to put it on. And so as we see here, the armor belongs to God. It's His armor. It is His provision. It's His design. It's His defense, by the way. And one of the things that I see is that this reminds us that spiritual warfare is not about clever tactics or about faithful obedience. Listen, partial armor, it leaves us vulnerable in so many areas. And the enemy looks for those exposed places, you know, unprotected thoughts, unguarded emotions, neglected disciplines. And friend, I want you to know the purpose of the armor is very clear. It says that you may be able to stand against the wiles of the devil. You know, Satan's attacks are rarely obvious, to be honest. I would say most people in their life have never had a one-on-one with Satan himself because he's not everywhere. He's not omnipotent. Listen, the word, he's not omnipresent. The word wiles there refers to schemes and strategies and deception. Listen, he does not always attack head-on. Often he undermines slowly, subtly, and strategically. Standing is a reoccurring theme here in Ephesians chapter 6. And friend, the goal of spiritual warfare is not constant offense, but it's steadfast resistance. To stand means to remain firm, unmoved, and faithful. So, you know, victory sometimes looks like endurance rather than dramatic deliverance. Putting on the armor, that is a daily decision. Yesterday's obedience does not protect today's battles. Each day brings new challenges, and each day requires a renewed dependence. That's something we need to learn. You know, just as a soldier would never go out and enter combat unprepared, friend, you and I as believers, listen, we must not enter our daily lives spiritually unguarded. You know, the armor is not worn in isolation. Paul's instruction is given within the context of the church. And I want you to know this today. Spiritual warfare, it is not meant to be fought alone. There's things such as accountability, encouragement, and mutual prayer that strengthen our defense. And those are things we ought to be doing. I think prayer is the most important thing. So today I want you to consider your spiritual readiness. I want you to ask yourself this question. Are you clothed for the conflict, or are you casually exposed? Listen, God has not left you defenseless. He has supplied you with everything that is necessary to stand firm in the fight. And so today as you go and pray, ask the Lord to help you take and make your life, to have spiritual preparation and to take it seriously and to teach you every day to put on the armor that He has provided. Ask Him to guard you from all carelessness and to strengthen you to stand firm in whatever it is that's going on in that spiritual battle in your life. I want to thank each of you for joining daily for these nuggets. I've enjoyed this series this week. Again, I can't think of a better way to start off a new year than to talk about the spiritual battles that we as Christians all are faced with. And be sure to check out our website at hisvision.org. And also you can check out my new January devotional book that's available at shanelawson.com or hisvision.org. You can also get that on Amazon, but you can read it for free online. So check that out, and I pray that the Lord bless you this day, and Lord willing, we will see you again on Thursday. May the Lord bless you and keep you. God bless.